the 25. Grabbed behind the line. It's Godfrey. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Now on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's King. Looking for an open area to his left. Got it in the middle, it's Godfrey. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Caught in the backfield, it's Taylor. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup, spotted at the 25-yard line. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Wants to fire on second down. Oh, they're after him. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
This defense makes a play, stopping him well short, and it'll be 4th down from the 24. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Miles. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. From the gun, the ground game. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. The give to the tailback. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the Red Raiders come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Complete on 3rd down. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clogged.
Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Joyner. And they're able to get him on the ground.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Finds the tight end. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And they've converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. From the gun, wants to pass. Fakes the grab on the left. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the first down, but because of it, they're now set up in 4th and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard if you're going to go for this one now because of that success you had on that play.
This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on 4th down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Tries to get it on the ground. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Not even a moment of anxiety in that decision. 4th and 1, yep, we're going.
Well, this isn't even a discussion in the headset. Like, this is automatic, autopilot. Like, 4th and 1, we're going for it every single time.
The Red Raiders kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Trying to get the corner. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And a lot of times the defense is focused on the middle, right? Bring more big bodies into the red zone. Don't let them run the football. Offense tries to do the opposite. Get outside. Get their speeds to the football. Add a little bit of success.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And the Red Raiders line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception.
Rush is on him. He'll pull it down. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the 1st down on 3rd down.
Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. And the Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
The Yellow Jackets trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's King. Got it on the outside, it's Stockton. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Tight wind now in motion. Direct snap. It's Alexander. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up, Dave.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
On the direct snap, it's Alexander. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. That's caught. It's Joyner. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. On the run from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Got his man downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And I love the quarterback's accuracy here. Hit him in stride, man. Hit him where he can catch the football and continue to run and do more damage after the catch like he did right there.
Wide receiver going in motion. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the snap, it's Powell. And some room to work. It's a running room. He's at the touchdown, Yellow Jackets. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, you got the long touchdown run.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Alabama is on the short side of things right now, but like the days of Tua and Devontae Smith in the 2018 title game, do not rule out. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Kentucky. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Quickly to the tight end. You'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Now on first down from the 28. On the move, it's Joyner. Across the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Got the first down and more. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
The Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to him again. They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and after that big run, the defense answers.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Pocket breaking down. Makes a connection. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. Don't always have to get rid of it quickly if you have that type of protection and enough time for a receiver to run that slow-developing route.
No doubt. He comes across the field. There's going to be a time where he's going to be open. Nice job by the QB seeing it, delivering the strike with the great protection.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Wow, you saw the speed of the defense there. They're trying to spit this football out to the running back on the perimeter. And how about the defense able to get to him quickly to bring him down for no gain?
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Under fire. Got him downfield. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. To the air, it's King. Gets it to him on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
Trying to make magic with his feet. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short game.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
Buying some time. Still from the pocket, fires over the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. On the run, it's Joyner. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a big stop for the defense. That running back has had so much success. You're down in the football game. You need to get the ball back to your offense. You create a play like this. This will get the fires going, get the juices going. Now we got to go get a few more.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Looking downfield, it's King. Quick strike complete. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. He's looking to pass. Got his man on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. And the Yellow Jackets trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Gets rid of it. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. All that baby in and then stroll
the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Eakin. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Joyner. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the 1st down. And the Red Raiders getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the tight end. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. On 1st down, here comes this offense. They just keep firing. Steps away to find some room. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
No, and that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Now the play fake. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Alexander.
And it's been a little bit of a frustrating day for this offense. They want to get the run game going, and they want to get it to their stud at running back, but he just hasn't found a lot of area. And here's the thing. If you don't have successful runs, now it's 2nd and long, and this offense, they haven't been in a great spot because physically they haven't been able to run the football today.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's King. Caught over the middle. It's Godfrey. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. It'll be 3rd and long. Off the play fake. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Taylor.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the 1st down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Looking for a crease. It's Alexander. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This is one of the best run defenses in the entire country. They pride themselves on being the most physical unit, and you are seeing that in this game, shutting down this running back.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield. It's Godfrey. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And that's exactly why this linebacker has to stay on the field every single down because he's so good in space. He's good against jet sweeps, he's good against bubble screens, and he can race outside and get receivers down on the ground quickly.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Going to try to get it himself. Inside the 45. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Man, it is do or die time right now for this offense playing at home, and the quarterback just takes the play over. On 4th down, knowing they're trailing, doing anything he can to scramble, find a way to keep this team alive in front of this home crowd. This is going to go down to the wire.
Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides the back and leaves it. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I'll tell you what, when those little guys make those physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle because it's usually the guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's the handoff. Fights off a defender. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you got to use a timeout right now after that run play. You've got 3 in your back pocket. You can't take them with you. You're losing this game right now. So take all the time you can to make sure that your quarterback and your head coach and play caller are all...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Leaves it with the back. Hard running there. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. First down here for the offense. How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.